Hi friends, I am Basil Benny. I am pursuing mechanical engineering. I am a final year student and I am here to take the section on ANSYS. I hope all are familiar with the ANSYS and its usages. ANSYS is basically a simulation software and it has acquired the different softwares including the design softwares, 3D modeling softwares, simulation softwares, etc. and clubbed all these softwares together into a single unit that is called as the workbench and which we will be discussing throughout. Version 19.0. Before entering into the workbench, we need to familiarize about the different theories in ANSYS. ANSYS is part of a finite element analysis software that is a part of CAD theory. ANSYS will be dividing the geometry into the finite elements. There are different types of the elements available. These include the linear elements, two-dimensional elements and three-dimensional elements. The linear elements include the line body elements, and coming towards the two-dimensional elements, it includes the triangular elements and 2D prism elements. Now the 3D elements include pyramid and prism. And in these elements will be having the endpoints which are referred to as nodes or vertices. And each of these nodes will be having properties including the deformation and stress. Each of these properties are specified by using a differential equation. When we need to alter the properties of these nodes, we will be including the values into the differential equations, and thereby the deformation and stress values will be varying, are being reflected by the graphs and different colors including the blue, red, yellow, and these colors are referred to as the contours that will be depicting the different values of stresses and deformations. Now let us open the ANSYS workbench. The major domains in the ANSYS are fluid flow CFX, fluid flow Fluent, then magnetostatic, which is related towards the magnetic forces, etc. Fluid flow is all related with the pressure and all the properties of the fluid. And then steady state thermal, which is associated with heat flux, temperature variations, etc. When we are doing the CFD, then we will be choosing the fluid flow Fluent. If we are doing a static structural job, that means something related towards the deformation and stress values. When a load is applied, we will be choosing static structural. I repeat, static structural. For example, when a force is acting on a beam, we need to choose which one? Static structural. Also, when a water is flowing over the pipe, we need to choose fluid flow Fluent. These are all about the domains. Now we can familiarize about the different sections in ANSYS. When we have chosen the fluid flow, the window will be opening over there, and the first section in this window is geometry. This geometry section is divided into two. First one is space claim section and second one is design modeler. And design modeler is most convenient one for drawing the drawings and geometry. Also, geometry can be imported from other softwares including SolidWorks, etc. The format mostly convenient is .IGS format. IGES. And next section is the meshing section or the modeling section. Coming towards the modeling section, we will be performing meshing operation here. What is meant by meshing? From the CAD theories, we are familiar that meshing means dividing the geometry into the elements, that is finite elements and nodes. We need to find out how many number of elements and how many number of nodes are required in the meshing section. To find that, we conduct the grid independent study. The name of the study is, I repeat, grid independent study. Next section is setup section. In the setup section, we can provide the different properties towards the fluid, different properties, different values. We can add the different domains, etc. in this section. In this section, most calculations are performed. And finally, in the solution section, we will be executing the codings and everything proceeded in the setup section in solution section. And finally, in the result section, we will be obtaining the result. So first of all, we will be doing a CFD analysis. So we have to choose the fluid flow fluent option, and from the fluid flow fluent, we will be moving into the geometry, and we have to draw a geometry. That is, we have chosen here a simple geometry having a rectangular section with a circle at its center. The inside portion of this rectangle can be assumed to be a fluid, and the boundaries can be assumed as a wall and inlet and outlet. And this is the starting of our project, and now we have opened the design modeler. Okay, now we are going to start with our geometry. We need to click the look at option at the top corner to get the axis as shown in the video. And after clicking the look at button, we need to select which axis we are about to draw. We are selecting the XY plane, and in the XY plane we need to create a new sketch. To create the new sketch, on the sketch option as shown in the video. And now the new sketch is being generated, and double tap the new sketch. Now we have opened the new sketch, and we need to draw in this new sketch. To begin drawing, double click on the sketching option, and in the sketching option we could select the different types of the shapes available, including rectangle, circle, lines, etc. I am selecting a rectangle, and I have chosen the rectangle and place it at a point on the axis. And after this, we need to give the dimension, and again going into the sketching option, we will be having a dimension, and we select the general dimension, and we will be placing this dimension on the two sides. And after obtaining the dimension, we need to alter the dimension, which can be done on the left hand side window. And after altering the dimensions, we can clear away the dimensions. Okay, now we have cleared the dimensions. Now we can similarly draw a circle at the center of the rectangle and give the dimension axis. And now the rectangle is being drawn. Similarly, we can draw a circle. Now we need to create a surface entity, and for that, select the concept option on the top left corner. Concept, we need to select surface from sketches, and in the bottom portion, in the details portion, we need to select which sketch we are going to apply the surface, and we select the sketch 1 as a geometry and apply. That is applied. Value. In the modeling section, we need to apply the mesh. We will be having the different tools in the modeling section. On the top portion, we can see the tools for selecting the edges, tools for selecting vertices and faces. First, we will be applying only the symbol meshing. Just double click on mesh, then update option can be given, and on applying this update option, meshing is generated. This is a automatic meshing being generated, and we can undergo many different changes in this meshing. In the sizing option given in the details window, we can adjust the meshing to be fine, coarse or medium. Fine meshing will be giving more uniform, small sized elements can be obtained. Coarse meshing, large sized elements of different of varying uniformity can be obtained, and medium, it will be giving a medium mesh. Many other options are also available, and we can also obtain the number of nodes and number of elements, and also meshing can be applied on different faces in the form of inflation, in the form of applying the method, in the form of applying body sizing, etc. These are the three ways of applying the meshing for a specific area. For example, in a specific area, a certain degree of high meshing is required. Then we can use inflation, body sizing or method. Anyone can be chosen among them.